Page 10. Review of non-picking maneuvers. I'm at the top of the page on that tab staff, and a non-picking maneuver is picking a string and then letting the fretting hand finger of that string get to the next note without having to pick it twice. For example, the very first two notes of that first measure are fourth string open, fourth string second fret. You don't pick those each with the thumb. You pick only the open fourth string, hammer down your middle finger of the fretting hand to get to that next note. That is to say, the hammer-on is marked with a lowercase h. Notice there is a line drawn between the two notes that are within the non-picking maneuver. That's your first two notes of that measure. The next two notes are also a hammer on the same string, open to second fret, middle finger making that hammer motion. And then the next set of two notes is on third string, also a hammer, middle finger doing the hammer. And then the final two notes of that first measure, also on third string, pick the open string, hammer down the middle finger to the second. And now number 2 is pull-offs. The pull-off starts at a fretted note and pulls away, usually to an open string. In more advanced picking, you might start at a fretted note and pull away to another fretted note. In most cases here, we start our pull-off picking it and pull away to an open string. That happens twice in this second measure. Notice also the marking for a pull-off is a capital P. And then the last two sets of pull-offs in this measure are on the third string, second fret down, then the final non-picking maneuver is the slide. That's in number 3, slides. That is marked with a lowercase SL, abbreviation for slide. Notice the two numbers that you're sliding are connected by that line again with the SL above them. And here's what the slide sounds like on that fourth string. You pick the second fret and slide that middle finger, in this case, up to the 5th fret. That slide is followed by a pinch, then a slide on third string, second fret, pick that, slide that middle finger up to 4th fret of the third string, and that is followed by a pinch. Number 4 is a combination of non-picking maneuvers, starting with the pull-off on first string. So you fret the second fret, pick that, pull away to open first string. Next we have a hammer on, second string open, hammer on the third fret, that would be your ring finger doing that hammer on, and then third string, pick the second fret, slide up to 4th fret. I use the middle finger for that maneuver, and then the whole thing ends with a pinch, open. So let me play through that entire line of tablature with a count off. I'll repeat each measure as is called for. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Pull-offs. slides. Combinations. Moving down now to the second staff on page 10. Above it, it says marking for 2 16th notes. And you have that upside down V-shaped bracket, and that represents 2 16th notes, which move exactly twice as fast as the eighth notes in a measure. You've already been told how to do a slide. That's your number 1 of this tab staff. This case is 3rd string, 2nd fret, sliding to 4th fret. And this slide just has to be quicker than the slides you were doing in the previous exercise. The way I like to count these 16th note non-picking maneuvers is 1-a, or if I'm on a different beat, 2-a, or 3-a. So I'm going to start off by counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then number 2 hammer-ons for 16th notes. Again, that upside down V bracket tells you it's the twice as fast 16th notes over 8th notes. So I'll count this measure off and do it 2 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and number 3, hammer and a pull. We have a hammer in the first half of the measure and a pull towards the second half of the measure. I'll give you a count of 1 and 2 and then come right in. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That brings me to the 4th measure, which is another hammer, this time on the second full beat of the measure. So this count will be 1 and 2 and as well. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I'll play the whole line with the repeats in order. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2. 3. 4. Just to give you a little better context, I'll play that line at a quicker tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1